The internet is a strange place. It's not just a network of computers. It's a vast, sprawling city of ideas and people. And like any city, it has its dark alleys and forgotten corners. These are the places where mysteries are born. They start as whispers. A strange image posted on an obscure forum, a cryptic video uploaded with no explanation. They are digital breadcrumbs left by unseen hands, leading us down rabbit holes we never knew existed. We find ourselves drawn to them, pulled in by a fundamental human curiosity. We want to know what's on the other side of the locked door. We want to solve the riddle. These aren't just games, they feel like something more. They feel like a test. I've always been fascinated by the edges of things. The places where normal life frays and something else begins. The internet is full of these frayed edges. Think of the strange case of A858, a Reddit account posting nothing but long strings of hexadecimal code for years. Or the unsettling videos of a figure in a plague doctor mask, filled with ciphers and threats. These aren't your typical corporate marketing stunts. They feel raw, authentic, and deeply weird. They tap into a primal part of our brains that loves a good story, a good puzzle, and that is where some mysteries become legends. It all began on January 4th, 2012. The internet was, as usual, humming with its typical mix of memes, arguments, and cat videos. Then a stark image appeared on 4chan, a notorious forum known for its chaotic and anonymous nature. The image was simple, white text on a black background. It was a declaration. It was a promise. "Hello," it read. "We are looking for highly intelligent individuals. To find them, we have devised a test." The message was direct, almost unnervingly so. It promised a journey, a path for those clever enough to find the first step. The message was signed, simply, 3301. This was not your average internet prank. This felt different. It was clean, precise, deeply intriguing. The image itself held the first clue. An expert in steganography would have noticed something was off. By opening the image file in a text editor, a hidden string of characters could be found. This led to a website with a picture of a duck and a message. The message was a dead end. The real clue was in the URL itself. Which led to a subreddit. The name Cicada wasn't there at the start. It came later, from clues embedded within the puzzle itself. The number 3301, a prime number, added to the mystique. It felt deliberate, mathematical. The initial post spread like wildfire. It was reposted on Reddit, Twitter, countless other forums. Those forums dedicated to puzzles, cryptography, the unexplained. People were hooked. Who were we? What was this test for? Was it a game, an ARG, or was it something more serious? A recruitment drive by a government agency like the NSA or GCHQ, or perhaps a secretive private think tank? The anonymity of the creators was absolute. There was no brand, no company, no individual to attach to the puzzle. This void was immediately filled with speculation. The tone was serious, the puzzles were complex, the scope was clearly global. This wasn't some kid in a basement with a cryptography textbook. The sophistication suggested a well-funded, highly organized group with a very specific goal. They weren't looking for just anyone. They were looking for the best, and they had cast their net into the vast ocean of the internet. The game, as they say, was afoot. For those drawn into it, the hunt had begun in earnest. But the true nature of the test was still unfolding. It would soon become something much larger, and people would follow every breadcrumb. The puzzles were brutal. A relentless assault on the mind, designed to filter out anyone but the most dedicated and resourceful. This wasn't just about knowing one thing, it was about knowing everything. The journey escalated into a dizzying array of disciplines. Cryptography, Caesar ciphers, Vigenere, custom encryption. But it didn't stop there. Music, literature, history, myth. A poem from a medieval Welsh manuscript, the Mabinogion. Anglo-Saxon runes, occult references, William Blake, Aleister Crowley, Mayan numerology, classical music, obscure philosophical texts. A frantic intellectual scavenger hunt. An hour spent on a string of numbers could point to a line in a rare book. The puzzles bled into the physical world. This is what separated Cicada from other internet mysteries. It wasn't confined to the screen. Phone numbers, recorded messages, cryptic poems, and strings of numbers. One decoded message revealed GPS coordinates. Those coordinates led to real streets: Warsaw, Paris, Seattle, Seoul, Miami. Posters on lampposts and walls at each site showed a Cicada image and a QR code. Someone in Poland scanning a poster could unlock a clue for the whole community. A global masterstroke, the puzzle became a real-world adventure. People across countries coordinated. A decentralized hive mind emerged. Cryptographers, literature experts, programmers, linguists. Many skills were needed. people on the ground became the eyes and ears of the collective. A hive of collaboration spread across time zones. It became a 24/7 operation, fueled by caffeine and curiosity. The response was immediate and overwhelming. In chat rooms, forums, dedicated wikis, thousands pooled their knowledge. It was a beautiful, chaotic symphony of collective intelligence. Someone in Japan recognized a line and posted it. A programmer in Brazil picked it up in decrypted code. It was a 24/7 operation, fueled by caffeine, curiosity, the shared thrill of the chase. Friendships were forged between people who had never met. The community became the protagonist, a faceless, sprawling detective agency. The Cicada Wiki became a sprawling repository. Every lead, every dead end, every breakthrough. It was a living, breathing document of the hunt. IRC channels buzzed with frantic energy. New clues were discovered and theories debated in real time. Many worked together, friendships formed, but the hunt was competitive. Who would be first through the door? Those who solved a stage were led to a private gateway on the Tor network. A hidden page. Once enough solvers reached it, the door would close. This created palpable tension. Share or keep your discovery. The dynamic added psychological complexity. Cooperation versus individual glory. Do you share your breakthrough and help the group or keep it to get ahead? Those who made it were greeted with a final message. They were asked to provide proof of their work and given a private email. After that, silence. They vanished from public forums. The community could only speculate about what happened next. These winners became legends, ghosts who had passed through the veil. Their silence deepened the mystery for everyone left behind. The question that hung over everything: who is Cicada 3301? Theories ranged from the plausible to the wildly conspiratorial. The sheer complexity ruled out a lone individual. This was the work of a group, a team with resources and expertise. Significant resources, expertise, a hidden agenda. Speculation filled the void. Was it a government intelligence agency? Many thought so. NSA, GCHQ. The skills tested, cryptography, data analysis, lateral thinking, fit intelligence needs. Alternatively, a private cybersecurity firm could be behind it. Perhaps a tech company or a hedge fund seeking brilliant analysts. An unconventional recruitment method for rare talent. Puzzles often involved deep knowledge of internet security. Then there were more esoteric theories, secret societies in the digital age. A digital equivalent of Freemasons or Rosicrucians. The puzzles were filled with esoteric references and mysticism. One later message suggested goals of liberty, privacy, and security. An ideological motive. Hacktivists or crypto-anarchists building privacy tools, not building a company but perhaps a movement. Ultimately, we don't know. The group remained completely anonymous. They returned in 2013 and 2014 with new challenges. A cryptic message appeared in 2016 but didn't lead to a full puzzle. Since then, there has been an eerie silence. They had proven they could command the attention of the world's brightest minds. And then, they simply vanished, leaving us to wonder. Even in its silence, Cicada 3301 has left a permanent mark on internet culture. It became the gold standard for online mysteries. It demonstrated the power of collective intelligence. Thousands discovered steganography and ciphers for the first time. They learned the Vigenera cipher, downloaded tools, and learned to code. It made learning feel like an adventure. In the years since, copycats and fakes appeared trying to capitalize on the legend. Many of those fakes led to malware, scams, or nothing at all. The community became more discerning. The original puzzles retained a quality imitators couldn't match. In an age when so much is cataloged and explained, Cicada remains an enigma. It suggests there are still secrets out there. Hidden organizations operate at levels we barely comprehend. A hidden world lurks beneath the surface of our own, accessible only to those with the wit to find the key. The echo of the cicada's call reminds us that the internet is still a place of mystery. Some stories are more powerful when their ending is left to the imagination. It remains a ghost in the machine, a whisper in the code, a challenge that hangs in the air, a question mark at the edge of our digital lives. For the curious minds of the world, for seekers of patterns, the cicada's song has not faded. It has simply become part of the background noise of the internet, waiting for the day it might be heard again. So, can you solve the Cicada 3301 puzzle? The simple answer for now is no. The trail has gone cold. The creators have fallen silent. The final doors that opened in 2012, 2013, 2014 are now firmly shut. The challenge, as presented, is over. But what was the entire grand scheme for? What happened to the people who made it through? What work are they doing now, in the shadows? These are the questions that keep the legend alive. The enduring appeal lies in what it represents: intelligence, curiosity, the thrill of the unknown. It taught its followers to look for patterns, to question assumptions, to find meaning hidden in plain sight, to see the world as a kind of puzzle. With the right kind of thinking, its secrets can be unlocked. In a world that often feels mundane, Cicada 3301 was a jolt of strangeness, a call to adventure from the digital wilderness. It promised that there were still great quests to be undertaken. The puzzle may be dormant, but the idea is alive. It continues to inspire artists, thinkers, and solvers. The mystery will likely never be fully solved, and perhaps it shouldn't be. A whisper in the code, a question mark at the edge of our digital lives. For the curious, the Cicada's song remains. If you enjoyed this deep dive, subscribe for more internet mysteries.